All right. Running just a little behind this morning. Excuse me. What time is it? 9:21. All right. Get everything kind of set up here. Get myself logged on. Let's just get everything pulled up. Still working on it here. Still working on it. How's it going, Predator? Good morning. Oh, I can hear myself, so that must be working. All right. Should be in my headphones now. Let's see. There we go. So basically just trying to get everything set up, get all the accounts ready to go here. Ready to go, ready to go. Got about 7 minutes. Got about 7 minutes here until the market opens. We do got a gap to the upside there. I did mark it out. Where is it at? 680. Gap to the upside there at 680. We are opening up right here at the VWAP. So if we could get a push to open up here, I think we get a push into that highs, maybe 680 area quickly. Highs up there at 716. Maybe we'll get a push into the high day if we get over that VWAP. VWAP right there at the 624s. So if we get over the VWAP, we could really start pushing here. Could really start pushing. Let's see. Do I got all these accounts pulled up? Now, guys, we'll go over Mancini's tweet here, or his newsletter right quick. So his bull case for today, really there is no bull case until we reach 30 to 35. That's when he thinks a bottom is in. Now there will be tradable bounces from what he says. I'm not interested in those. I'm only interested in the sales for today. So bulls remain in control until proven otherwise. As always, best shorts are on bounces, back test rather than chasing the lows, especially when the RSI is oversold. So the fell of 42.45 was one possibility. That already happened this morning. Ideally, one would want to see a tradable bounce attempt first, then possible even a failed breakdown after this. I would be looking for a short outside the noise, maybe 42.41 for a move down to the 42.20s. That sort of area. And then he was saying you could wait for a tradable. So there could be, if trading 68 to 70 reclaim, I would require acceptance of the area, waiting for a tradable sell there. Then afterwards, one can consider a long at 71 or so. So that's what I'm looking for. I am looking for the push up into the 70 area and then a sell. So I already put my order up here. So I marked out the areas that he talked about. Now you could have a tradable short here for the rejection of this 40 zone for a possible target down here at the lows. But what I'm kind of waiting for is this here. I'm waiting for price to trade up into this zone, and he thinks that we probably will sell off this zone. There will be a tradable short there basically. So I'm looking for this thing to push up into that zone today. I put my order there already. It's going to tag me in short, risking 410, and just kind of go there. That's my idea so far. I could potentially still take an entry if we reject this 40 area zone harder, but we'll see what happens. That's my idea for a short today. That would be my idea for the short on the ES. Now, obviously, here at open, I mean, you could just draw a high-to-high trend line here. And, I mean, you could potentially take a long at open if we break above that 30, 31 area. Let's see where VWAP is. We're right above VWAP right now. So if we broke above, say, 31 here, 30 really, here at open, you could take a long for that push into 40. That is a possibility. Is this chart not moving? Oh, it is. Okay. Price just not moving this morning. Price just not moving that much. So same idea here on the Nasdaq. I'm going to put a high-to-high trend line here. And going to kind of be looking for that break above the VWAP there. We are opening up here at the 600. So anything over, we'll say 620. We get over that 620 area. I suppose I could take a long into the 620 if we open up here and get a strong burst. I'm going to wait for the 620 area. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that area out. It's an area of interest for me. So if we push above the 600 strong there, 620, I'm sorry, I will participate long. If we reject the 620, we will participate short. So that's the idea this morning. I'm expecting probably a rejection, but we could get through there. If we do get through there, then we'll take a long, like we said. That's the idea for today. Got about a minute and a half here before the market opens. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. We will be leaving for Boston, trip to Boston this afternoon. Flight's at 7:30. So I'll stream the morning session. Today is also my brother's birthday, so I am going to be taking him out for lunch. Stuff like that. So he'll probably get here like 10:30 a.m., 10:15 maybe. We'll leave around 11 to head out for some lunch. And I'll leave the stream up if we're still in the 15-minute or 5-minute trade there. So kind of see what happens there. We do have that reset still in our pocket for the 150K Topstep account. We did take that swing at the end of the day on Friday, and so now we're basically back to break even on that account, back to 150K. So if the 5-minute strategy does not work today, then we very well might reset that account. We may take a swing with it today and then reset it. That's what I'm saying. So we'll either make 4,500 today or lose and then go from there. So the area of interest this morning is 620. That's where the VWAP is. We get above 620. Well, it's actually at 622. So we get above 622 here at open. Strong. I'm going to take a long. We reject it. I'm going to take a short. And let the party begin. Pushing here. Pushing. See what happens at the VWAP. See what happens at the VWAP here. So pushing above the VWAP there. See, can it make it stick? ES pushing as well. So we're testing the VWAP here. Let's see if it holds it. If it doesn't hold it, I'm going to take a short. If it holds it, all right, I think I'm going to take a long. Let's see here what happens. What in the world? All right, taking a short here. See what happens here. See if we can sell down. I'm looking for 88. So taking the short for that rejection. I was trying to get in there sooner, but I didn't get in. So looking for this rejection down to 88 here. Might try to leave a runner on down to the pivot at the 70s here. Oh, I want to be able to watch that WADA there. There we go. Come on. You got more. So I'm going to move my stop down so we can't lose right there. Actually, I should put this one at break even since that's my runner. So looking to get filled at 2 here at 88. Oh, stopped out there on those 2. Should have probably left a little more room there, but that's all right. Well, that's okay, guys. We're not mad at it. Took a little winner there at open. What was that? So $455. Can't be mad at it. So quick little, that's why I hate moving these charts. Quick little $455 right there at open. Kind of an easy read there. Just rejected the VWAP. As soon as it rejects it, you just take your short. I tried to get in a little better position there, but unfortunately I didn't get filled there. What's going on, Stuart Turok? Getting cold in Boston. Dress accordingly. Yeah, I looked at the weather this morning. Not too bad. I think the lows are in the 40. There you can see on that account, $455. It's quick and easy. Quick and easy. Probably moved the stop a little too quick there, but as you do. Nice opening trade, though. $455 quick. Getting cold in Boston, Stuart says. Oh, no wonder this thing's not moving. It's on the ES, guys. It was on the ES. Let me see. Is this the right chart? I was wondering why I had more than one up. Now I see why, because that one was for the ES. I'm like, why is this thing not moving? All right, here's the right one. What in the world? That would have been comical. We will dress accordingly there, Stuart. All right, trading through the pivot now. Look at that thing. Just go. Knew that short was going to be the play. Could have got more out of that, obviously. Move the stop just a bit too quick there. You could kind of re-enter short if it holds below this pivot, but it's not right now. ES pushed up into that 36. In order to take a short there on the ES, I was kind of thinking get a little more of a push up into the 30, but it didn't happen. Nasdaq holding that pivot for now. Bouncing off that pivot. A little push back up here. See if this sell volume comes in here and pushes this thing through the pivot. Kind of looking like it's going to. All right, I just took another short here, guys. Target 50 here if we can get it. I just moved my stop to stone cold break even here. So we're either going to get this pushed down to the 50 or we'll get stopped out. Might get stopped right here. Either the push to the 50 or we get stopped. What's it going to be? Mancini just tweeted. Let's take a look at it. Again, we're looking for that 50 down there. Might front run the 50 a little bit. Let's just say 55. That's 20 points. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. All right. We're back. We are back. All right, Mancini says, day 5 today, 4 red days in a row. After a fell of 42.45, supporting overnight, we arrived at 15 to 20. Next support down and bounced. Key battleground here. Still here. 42.45 remains next up. Must reclaim to see a green day. 15.20 fails. We break down to 05. Next. If it reclaims, so kind of failed to reclaim there already. So we got about 6 or 7 minutes here on this opening range. Pushing back up into the pivot here. I did get stopped out there for break even, as you guys could see on that one, up 505 now. If we kind of reject this pivot once again, that could be another spot for a entry on a short there. Could be another spot. I may increase my size a little bit here on this entry if we do take another short. We might increase size a little bit here. Try to get a little quicker winner. Let's look for 10 handles. I was going for a little bit bigger there, but, you know, it didn't happen. This does look like it's setting up for an ABC to the downside here. You can see we have that nice high volume A leg down, lower volume B leg. So if the sells come back in here, we can take this. So just watching that WADA there. We get the sales come back in, push this thing above the explosion line there. Just like I thought I was about to go. All right, just kind of like that. So let's see if we get this push back down here. Target on this one's going to be 36.75. 36.75. Let's see if we can get this pushed down. WADA's got buyers coming in, though. I may just kill this one. Yeah, let's see. Let's give it a second. We'll give it 1 second here. And boom, hit our target. Just like that, up $1,500. $1,500 on that account over there. I hate to even move this thing to show you guys because this thing blinks out so much, but there's $1,505. Please don't do it. All right. We got to put back where it goes. And now we'll reduce back down to normal size and switch to a different account because we cannot make more than $1,500 on that Topstep account in a day. So I actually have to lose $5. Thought I had my math worked out there, but I guess I didn't. Well, I have to lose $5 on that account. All right, got about 3.5, 4 minutes here until this 15-minute opening range is kind of set in stone. I don't think that top side's going to be taken. Of course, we could be wrong. Now, I'm going to do the 15-minute opening range a little differently than I've been doing it, just based on what's been happening the last couple of weeks. And it's not really that much different, but what I am going to do is I'm going to put it like 2-3 ticks above where the range is actually at. So if the top side's at 31, I'm going to put my order at 31.25 or even 31.5. I don't want to be ticked in like I have been being. Oh, thanks, Predator. How's it going, Ismet? How's it going? Yeah, just trying to get the profits out of the way early this morning. Trying to be a little more aggressive with my reads at open if we think it's going to sell. You can see the ES all the way back down approaching the lows here. Nasdaq still selling. But anyways, I'm going to put my order 3 or 4 ticks above price instead of just getting ticked in, getting one ticked in at the high and then it going the other direction. It's kind of the idea on the 15 minutes. breakdown, breakout range. That will be the idea there. So I'm going to be ready to get the order on the books there as soon as we have the ability. Soon as we have the ability. So the ES is approaching the 15 area here. I mean, let's see. If 15 to 20 fails, we work our way down to 05 and then 90 next. See, I want to bounce. So if I get a bounce, then I'll be looking for a tradable short. Until then, I know this is the zone that we have marked out, but I would like a bounce before we look for a tradable short there. Ideally, I like the zone up. Well, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. I do like the zone to the upside there, but I don't know if we can get there today. This was my idea for the short. This push up into the 60s, the 67. I would enter short there, just this little short 10-point target. But might be one of those days where we don't make it there. And we don't make it there, we'll look for a short entry on a bounce off maybe this zone right here. I'm not interested in any longs today on the ES. Really on the Nasdaq either, to be honest, unless it's just this short-term setup stuff. So less than a minute here on this opening range. Let's go ahead and mark it out. So it looks like 1375 is your range to the bottom. So I'm going to put my order at 1325. Or actually, I'm just going to put it at 13. Just going to put it at 13 here. 20 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the book. I hate doing that because this thing could just flush right through there, but 10 seconds. All right. So let's pull this over and watch it. All right, so we got our opening range set here. We got the high and the low marked out. And we got our sell order in place here down at the lows. Just waiting to see which side takes first. We just crossed over 9:45 a.m. And if you're unfamiliar with this strategy, we're looking for 2.5 to 1 risk to reward. So we're risking 15 handles for 38. After we get in 20 handles in profit, we move our stop down to plus 10. 30 handles, we move our stop to plus 20. And on this particular scenario, the stop will follow price 10 handles behind once it gets to plus 20 on Ninja, that is. So fully expect this to take the bottom side of the range. That would be kind of the ideal, I would think, ideal side to take for today's action. Doesn't mean that's what's going to happen, but that's what I would think. That's what we would think. Did we switch this account? We did not. I may participate short on another account here as well. Just watching the WADA. If we see the sellers come in here, I may jump in short myself. For the breakdown on another account. Excuse me. So just watching the WADA here. If you're unfamiliar with what the WADA is, this is the WADA over here. So what we're looking for is for the sells to come in above the explosion line. The explosion line is the orange line there. The dead man is the blue line. So we want to see the sellers come in above the explosion line, and then we can participate short. So we want one to print above the explosion line, one red bar, and then once the next bar eclipses the height of the first red bar, we take the short. That has nothing to do with the 15-minute breakdown, but that's just my entry, my manual entry over here if I take it. But for now, we got the high and the low marked out. Again, I've got price, the lows at the 25, actually the 75 area is the low. So I'm 3 ticks below the low right now. We're going to take it 3 ticks below the low. We don't want to just get ticked in and get stopped out there. So that's kind of the idea. You guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. We are coming into 400 subscribers. I'm not quite sure where we're at right now. But I think we entered the day maybe 391, something like that. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, I think 391. While we're waiting on price to do its thing, tag us in, whatever the case may be. Working its way back up into the range right now. What is that? So back up into the middle of the range here. If this thing pushes much higher, we'll switch over to the top side. Like I said, my anticipation is that it takes the bottom side. I prefer it take the bottom, but it is a mechanical strategy, so it takes whatever it wants to take. We participate based on that. All right, well, pushing up into the 60s here. We're going to need to go ahead and get this order on the book. We don't want to miss out. So 31.25, the high is 29.50. So I'm okay with that. 3 ticks above the high. We also just worked our way above the pivot, as you guys can see there. Just worked our way above the pivot. I mean, I prefer to take the bottom side. I think that we got more room there, but we don't need a lot, right? We don't really need a lot. Really feel like I just missed an opportunity there to take a long. But we're getting this nice A leg up. Maybe we pull back, retest that pivot. So pull back, retest the pivot would kind of be the idea. ES is pushing up almost into the 40s. We may get a short opportunity on the ES as well. So just looking for a pullback here so I can take a long on my other accounts over here. That is a big candle, JB. And just approaching the VWAP now on the Nasdaq, the 03s. So expecting a pullback here. Let's retest the 90s. Got the pivot point right there at the 76 area. Maybe we pull back into there. That would give us enough room to take a long. And if the ES does pierce into the 40s here, we may participate short from there. We'll see. It's not as high a probability of a short, so I don't love it as much, but this is kind of what you would expect from this type of setup. You don't expect it to stick on that first move above the whole number. So pulled back, tested the 90 there. As soon as this volume comes back in here, we'll jump in long. So we're waiting on that pullback. As soon as we start to push here, we will jump in long. I'm going to take a long here for this push through the whole number there. Target is 08. Actually, I'm going to move the target up a little bit. 08 on the first set of contracts. And then maybe target the 29s on the second. Let's see if we can get this push. Jumped in for the volume really came in on the WADA there. But that's all right. See if we go or if we don't go. Just looking for 08s for my first contract. So there we go. So stopped out on those or hit the target. So now we're going to go to break even here. And the next target's 29.50. Now we'll lock in a little bit here. So we're locking in 12 handles here. So we're either going to get 12 handles or we're going to get 30. Actually, I should move this back just a little bit, maybe right there. So 11 handles or 30. Can't lose. Cannot lose. Good morning, Excommunicado. I may even move this up a little bit, guys. Let's move this up into that 50 area. We got room here. Might get stopped anyway. Stopped out there. That's fine. Let's see what we made on that trade there. $1,015 on that trade there. Can't complain. So we're up $2,500 already this morning. $2,500 already. Thank you, Predator. That was a really easy read right there. Super easy trade to take. I took it with bigger size too, 5 contracts, because I was confident in it. Pretty easy read. So the ES, we are pushing up to the 37s here. I don't love this here, guys. If we get tagged in here, I'm not going to be in love with it. I'm going to tell you right now. That doesn't mean it can't work. Still could work, but I ain't in love with it. But that's what we got to do. My preference is for the ES to get that 40 area and turn back down before we get tagged in, but probably not going to happen. It still could happen. Still could happen. That is my preference. So we only make another 500 on this account over here. It's another using Topstep accounts over here. So let's switch over. Just want to make sure I'm on one that. I forgot about this account, guys. We'll trade that one later. I forgot all about that. I forgot I had that account. I had signed up for a My Funded Futures account, and I forgot that I had it. I'm trying to see what other accounts I have that I can trade. Yeah, we'll try to finish off the next 1,000 on this one and then go from there. We just need 5 more points. Not tagged in yet on the 15-minute range break yet. ES is approaching the 38s here. Looks like we're probably going to get tagged in before the ES makes it to the I mean, it could pop above that. It could pop up into the 46, 47 area and then sell back down. We'll see if it makes it stick. It could. Still could make it stick. You don't know, right? All right, we're tagged in either way now. So now we definitely want it to push and make it stick. We have a financial interest in it, making it push, making a push and making it stick here. You can see already pulling back into the range, which I don't love. Which we don't love. Got to go if you're going to go. Got to go. Got to go. ES up to the 40 right now. See, this is my zone on the ES where I was considering taking a short. So we got to push through this zone. It's possible because, you know, we do have that other zone above there that would be a better short entry up in the 70, 67 area. So it's possible for it to do it. I just don't know that it will. If it starts to turn back down here, then we will take the short. We will take the short if she starts to turn back down. $42.40 on the ES there. We need that thing probably to get to the 45s in order for us to be able to lock in some profit over here on the 15-minute strat. 42 incoming. All right, okay, starting. I see you. I see you starting to move a little bit. So what do we need over here? We need 51.50 in order to lock in some profit. 51.50. on the Nasdaq there, on the old nasty. This thing sells back below 40 here, and I'm going to take the short on the ES. If it doesn't make the 40 stick here, then that probably will be the idea. Still holding the 40 for now, so as long as it holds the 40, I feel okay about it. But if this thing loses the 40, then I'm not going to love it. Still right there at the 40. I'm not liking the strength that I'm seeing, guys, and the lack thereof. But doesn't mean it can't go. It can certainly go. I don't see any buyers yet on the WADA. See the WADA down here, just red. Although we're not really pulling back on this red volume yet. Wow, pushing now. Getting a little push going up into the 42s there on the ES. There for a moment. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. If you're not yet subscribed, do me a favor. Press the subscribe button. It's free. It helps the channel. Trying to push into 1,000 subscribers. Immediately trying to get to 400 today would be ideal. We need 9 today to get to 400. We should be able to make that happen. We should be able to make that happen. ES up to the 42s here. Getting some consolidation up here. So it's either going to, something's going to happen here. It's either going to drop quickly here or it's going to pop. Something's going to happen. ES pushing the 42s, trying to test the 43s here. Selling back into the 41s. Sellers coming in here. ES retesting the 40. Looking like we might get stopped here, but you don't know until you know. Like we say, until we're stopped, we're not stopped. And selling back into the range now. Stopped out there, by the way. Stopped us out. So we can move this chart down $600 on that one. I want to see the ES kind of pull back and retest that 30 area. Just crossed over 10 o'clock. Nasdaq pulling back into the 20s there. Do have a short setup over here as well. I'm using smaller size on this strategy today, guys, because I just too big of a size I was using last week. I realized I knew it was kind of large size there, but you know. Oh, also I forgot I was going to take this a tick or two into the below the body there. Forgot about that. So Nasdaq pulling back, trying to retest the VWAP here. Got a little ways to go to get to the VWAP. VWAP down at the 07s. Guys, I don't know why I did that. Well, our take profit is before the VWAP, so technically this would have been a proper setup. It is after 10 a.m., so this would be proper. It would be fine. Well, stopped out there for a loss, but that's all right. It's kind of chopping around here a little bit. Nasdaq bounced off that VWAP there, almost to the VWAP, kind of pushing back up. I think it's just going to be a small pop. It's going all right, Juker. How you doing this morning? I think it's going to be a small pop here. I think ultimately we sell. I really do. I don't think we're going to get above this area, but I could be wrong. So pushing, trying to test the top of the range there. How you doing this morning, Juker? Did you trade that London session? I mean, we're getting a long setup here, potentially. +7. Nice. Hey, there's nothing wrong with calling it a day. It is Monday after all. Start the week off in the green. If you see something nice, take it. If you don't, you don't. Was Nutty short over there? Or he's long? Pushing through here. Let's go. Needs to kind of turn back down. This is kind of that line in the sand type area here. If it's going to make this area stick, that's fine, but we just need to find out here if it's going to or not. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Be right back. Give me 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. I am back. This thing is supposed to be selling. What is it doing? Testing the 50 here. All right. Well, it's not getting above that area yet. We appreciate whoever just subbed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm looking for this thing to sell down to the 30 on the ES there. I did take the short. This is the higher risk short. It's not really the setup that I wanted, but I did take the short there. So I'm looking for 30 as my target here. Trying to have the cojones to hold it here, but I don't know. ES moves so slow for me. I tried to just put it on and just not look at it, but you know, that's hard to do sometimes. Hard to do. So looking for 30. See if we can get it. Well, I guess I should look to see where the VWAP is. VWAP is... Oh. Where's the VWAP on the ES? 33. Okay, well... it's kind of going the wrong way here. I mean, as long as we hold below 44, I feel okay about it, but it's kind of my line in the sand there. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're just going to leave it up there and let whatever happens happen, right? It's not going to pay it any attention. Targets are set. See where it goes. Stops at 45. No, 46. So I don't like the way there you go. Pushing now. There's 44. I should have probably waited and had kind of my original idea there of waiting for it to push into the highs. But what are you doing? Yeah. I'm streaming. See? My brother's here. Today's his birthday, like I told you, so we're going to be going out to lunch here in just a little bit. Going out to lunch here in a bit. So it kind of feels bad there. That thing pushed up and stopped me out. I moved the stop to 45. I was going to leave it at 46. Huh? All right. Yeah, I'm streaming. I'm on YouTube. See? So if this thing does start pushing, he's fine. If it pushes up to 67, that's fine. That's kind of my zone there where we got marked out for a possible short. Of course, it's going to just stop me out and then probably sell down as you do. Probably what will happen. All right, so let's switch over to the 5-minute chart here. We can start looking for that 5-minute entry. I guess I should have switched over to that at 10 o'clock. I didn't think about it. Could have switched over to that or there. So let's kind of mark out our area there, 67. I mean, we'll still take the short if it gets back up to 67. We lost $400 right there on that trade, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Should have probably just waited for my original thought process there. Buyer's looking pretty decent here. So we're down 400 on that account. We lost 600 on the 15-minute breakdown, and then we're up 2,500. We are up 2,500 on the other accounts. Two accounts. Spread between two accounts there. Spread between two accounts. Nasdaq to the moon here. Just going. Kind of a grinding higher here. 10.15. All right. All right, now we got a pullback bar here. We need this next bar to print red. If this bar prints red, we can put it on. If this one prints red, we can take the long. Need that bar to print red. It did not. It's kind of grinding higher. ES up to 45.25 there. Volume's still there. It's not super high, but we can take a long here at 56.25. All right, let's see if we get this pop. 56.25 into 61.25. As long as the background stays green, we will still take it. Don't love the way the WADA looks, though. If we get this pop here, we get tagged in. I think we can get this push into the 60s there. Swatching the WADA. And the ES back to the 41s here. All right, that trade's invalid now. Trade is invalid. It's kind of what I guess I front run that short a little bit there earlier. You know, it happens. What can you do? Front ran the short a little bit there, most likely. See if the ES loses the 40 this time. Looks like it wants to, but not doing it yet. All right, this might be a decent short setup. Let's just see here. All right, let's see if we pull back here, if we sell back down, or if this is just a pullback to go higher. One more candle prints green, we take it off. ES held the 40 there, so. All right, we took it off over here. They kind of held that area. Get a nice push up here. See if we can grab 5 quick handles. All right, we got 5 handles there. Up $1,230 on that account now. I was actually trying to get to the 1,500, but so pushing up into the 49s there on the ES. Yeah, I'm kind of mad at myself for trying to take that short earlier. I should have waited. Should have waited. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. If you're not yet subscribed, you know what to do. Still looking for the 5-minute setup here. 5-minute gap setup. It has not came through yet. Still no potential for a gap yet. No potential for a gap. Maybe we get another little setup here. It's a nice little A-leg back up there. We kind of zoom out a little bit. You can see. Do we have, I don't even know if we, no, we have news today. I didn't even look. I did not look. All right. $68.75. Well, I think I can just do 3 contracts. If I can get this on. All right. Let's see if this thing pops out of here. I don't even have the P&L pulled up for this. How many trades have we taken? 2? Or do we only take the 1? I think we only took the 1 trade. All right, so this bar prints red. I may give it 1 more here because every sell has been balled up so far. Every sale has been bought. I'm going to launch. I'm going to open up an ES chart over here on this my funded futures account, and I think I'm going to take a pretty big swing at this one because you can make $2,000. So what would be 250 times 10? The goal is $4,000. You can make it all in one day. You can. If we get this push up into the 60s on the ES there, I may take a short there on this my funded futures and try to see if we can't just get this thing in one trade. We'll see. I don't know what kind of size I can take though. Let's see what kind of size I can take because I don't even know. Oh, we're long. We're long. Boom. We hit the target there. Mancini just tweeted. So we're up 1,530 now. I need to lose $30 on that one. Got to lose money over here. 42.45 target hit. 15 to 20 was key support and bounced zone. Yeah, we bounced out to 13. Lock-in part gains now. Leave a runner. Big decision points. Bulls want to base, then 58.72 next. 15 to 20 remains support. I don't know. I'm just thinking I still like that short. I still like the short. Yeah, guys. So we're up 15.30 on one and 15.05 on another. So I got to jump in here and lose some money. On the Zrinkos, we're down $300. So we have one loser, one winner so far. No gap on the 5-minute. Potential gap here forming, maybe. If we hold the 74 open for the next 4 minutes. I don't know how big of a size I can take on this My Funded Futures. Let me look. I'm in their Discord. JB said, where would the stop loss be? So on the 5-minute gap strategy set up there, JB. Hold on one second. Let's see if this reversal bar prints or not. So in this case, it would be a 3 candles. It's always a 3 candle setup. So if this gap right here stays open, then your stop would be at the bottom of candle number 1. So that would be where your stop would be. Because this is candle 1. This will be candle 2 that the gap is on, and then candle 3 is here. And you would take the entry at the top, at the bottom of candle 3 in this instance. So assuming this stayed open, you would take the entry there. But I don't know if it's going to stay open. You know, if it did stay open, then that would be your entry. 14,677, and then whatever the distance is between 677 and 35. So what would that be? 37 handles. So we'd be looking for 74 handles. I don't know if this will stay open or not. Probably not. Feel like it won't. Pushing through there already. But I'll show you guys all that if it does, in fact, stay open. We got another 3 minutes here. Got another long opportunity. Let's see. So the ES pushed up into the 53, 52.50, kind of pulling back. What did Mancini say there? I don't even remember. 58. But yeah, I was jumping to the Discord over here. I want to see what, I can't remember. Oh, this is invalid now. Can't remember what size you can use. Oh. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Pulling back to the 46 here. 46 on the ES. So, yeah, that gap, potential gap there closed on the 5 minute. All right. I don't know what size I can take on this My Funded Futures. I'm not sure. I need to look it up, I guess. I'm trying to look it up. I don't see it in their Discord. Let me just go to the website. Let's just go to the website. See what we can take. Let's see. All right. So this is the one I took. 5 contracts. All right. Max size 5 contracts. I need a Nasdaq. I need to have an open. Let's move this chart up here. And try to open a Nasdaq chart. Oh, we got stopped out there? Yes, we did. Another loser. It's not starting off good. We had a bad Friday with this strategy too. Of course, to be honest with you, I didn't love this setup because I didn't think we had that much momentum to the downside, but in the world, man. I don't understand why it's so hard to open up charts sometimes on I mean, it's so hard to open up charts. NQZ3. Like, I mean, this ain't rocket science. Like, why is it not opening the chart? It makes no, I mean, this makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. I don't know what's going on with this stupid. This thing's making me mad. I'm just going to close it. I was trying to use the My Funded Futures over here on Quantower, but this Quantower makes me so mad. Lately, it's like I have to disconnect all the other connections to even make any trades. This is like, I don't know what's going on with it. This thing's kind of, the ES is selling here, but it's not really, you know. I'm going to try to get another chart open. I don't really know why I'm having such a problem with this thing. All right, connections. We'll just leave this off. Let's go under the one that says My Funded Futures, which is crazy to me. Potential gap to the downside here. Well, there we go. Back to the VWAP here on the ES. See if we get tagged in here. NQ. I click on it and it goes blank. I just don't understand. We click on it and it just flat goes blank. All right, we're tagged in here. I don't know how much I love it, but boom. 2 winners, 2 losers. All right, we got a potential gap forming on the 5-minute here. Potentials. Potential gap to the downside. Got about 4 minutes left. We'll see. We'll see if it takes shape or not. This is just becoming a joke to me here. When you can't get logged into stuff, it's like it makes you want to pull your hair out. You're trying to take trades. I don't know what's going on with it. It's making me mad, so I'm just going to close it. Just going to close it. A little pop. Let's see if this gap stays open here. That would be the question. Does the gap stay open? Got about 2 minutes or so, and we'll see. So far, it's still open, but it's closing quickly. And the gap is now closed. don't know if we're going to get a setup on this 5 minutes today. We got 22 minutes left for it to form. If it does not form by 11 a.m., then it's no bueno. No bueno. Pushing back up. That is a nice A leg up right there. Nice A leg. Are we going to continue to push here, or are we going to get a little pullback? Anticipating a small pullback. I'd like it to kind of retest the skid mark here down to the 65s, then maybe continue higher. We can probably participate off that area. So far, just going. Best to show patience here. All right. Well, I was trying to get a little pullback there. Didn't get it. What? Am I not on the right account again? What's going on here? Oh, goodness. I am having a morning this morning when it comes to the accounts. I don't know what's going on with it. All right, see if we can get this push back up. We want to see a push back up. Tagged in there. All right, so if we get a push into the 79 here, as you can see, we are long. We are long. There we go. So we hit the target. I think we're down $300 now on that account. Down $300 on that account. Wow, up into the 90s there. There she goes. If you guys are just joining us, you do got a free reset if you haven't used it yet. The 40K subs, all lowercase, for Topstep. Should be valid through Wednesday, I believe. If you haven't used it. Should be valid through the Wednesday. Now, how am I logged out of this account? What in the world is going on here? All right, I'm kind of missing another setup here. This would be the third one on this line, so I'm not taking it anyway. ES approaching the 50 here. We did just fill that gap from overnight there, guys, on the Nasdaq. We just filled the gap. What is this? Trying to get everything set, get another. Okay. I got stuff all looking for the 5-minute gap here, and we don't have it yet. I don't have. Somehow I keep losing my. I keep closing out the cash account. I don't know how I keep doing that. All right. Now we got everything open. Get these over here next to each other. There we go. Now we're good. All right. This thing all the way up into the 90s, kind of pulling back there. Let's watch the WADA. Down here, if we see buyers pop through here. Still got a ways to go here before we get up above the highs there on the day. 716 on the Nasdaq there. ES kind of pulling back there. 1047. Let's see. What did we miss here on the ES? Anything that we missed? Not that I really can see. So starting to turn back down here. Let's get back into this lower time frame chart here. Lower time frame. So you're kind of holding this area. See if we can get a push back up into the 85s here. think it can. Just need the buyers to come on in here, push this thing on up. Watching the WADA. Got to see some green start coming in here. A little bit of green there, a little bit of green, a little more green, a little more green. Come on, we need more green than that. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. It's got to start turning up right here. There we go. Starting to go. Come on. You got more. Keep on going. Need the 84, 85 area would be nice. Just did not go yet. Buyers popping through now. Not building like you'd like to see it build, though, there on the WADA. Yet, anyway. I mean, this thing might trade back into that 56 area. That would probably be the most ideal place for a long. But could just go. All right, starting to build here. Is it going to get to the whole number here? Would kind of be the question. Kind of hit that 90 pulling back right now. I think it can push right through there possibly. We see this volume continue to build over here. ES pushing up into the 49s. Just need a quick pop right through there. Should be able to get it here. All right, right into the 90s. Right into the 90s. There we go. See that volume building now. So I did take a couple of trades over here on the 150K account just because it was back to like basically break even, and I don't think we're going to get a 5-minute trade today. So we're up $1,839. We did take 15 contracts on those two trades right there. So kind of, you know, just scalp trades, nothing crazy, but with larger size. I don't think we're going to get the 15-minute or 5-minute setup today at all. I don't feel like we will anyway. Because if the gap doesn't form before 11 a.m., then that's invalidates that entry. So invalidates that trade. So we are up, I don't know, 25, 35, 38, and then we're down 6 and 4, and 6 and 4, and 3. So 38 minus 6, 4,003. So like 2,500 we're up total net. Something like that. So we're still down on the Ricos right now, $300. $300. We're not taking this one because it is directly into the 90. directly into the 90. So we might take one more trade over here on the 150K account. Maybe like look for 5 quick handles, risking pretty much what we have in profit. If we get a setup that I'm comfortable with anyway, we'll see. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. We are currently at 392 subscribers. Trying to get to 400 today, so we need 8 more. We've only gained 1. So if you're watching and you're not yet subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Would like a couple more entries here, but we may not get it. We shall see. What are you doing?
Hanging around.
We're going to leave in a couple of minutes.
All right.
Probably 5 minutes. Yep. That it is. All right, we got some volume coming in here, pushing up back into the 80. It's tempting. It's tempting. Should we do it? Volume disappeared as quickly as it came in. All right, if the volume pops back in here, we might take it. If the volume pops back in. No volume now, just pulling back. So we got about 3 minutes here. There is no 5-minute gap today, guys. I don't see one anyway. Do you guys see one? So don't believe we're going to get a gap formed today. I do not believe we are going to get a gap formed today. And we just took a long, and boom, we just took a long right there when that volume popped in there, and there it is, $3,276. Can't complain. 3 trades, $3,276. As soon as that volume popped in there, we said, we're in. Just looking for 5 points with 15 contracts. 5 points with the 15 contracts. Doom. All right, I don't know. I'm down. I'm probably going to go ahead and call it a day here. I got some stuff to do. Like I said, I am going to Boston tonight. So I might if I have time later this afternoon, I'll jump back on for an hour or two before I go. If the 5-minute trade was on, I was going to leave it on for you guys, but there's no 5-minute trade, so there's no point in leaving it on. If you guys are watching and you're not yet subscribed, do me a huge favor. Press that subscribe button. Like I said, it helps me out, and I'm trying to push into the 400 subscribers. We are still 8 away, so we might be back on later. If not, then we'll be back tomorrow. All right, Predator, appreciate it. So, but end of the day, green, so we're just going to lock it in right there, and like I said, if we're back on later, you'll see us. Appreciate you guys watching. Enjoy your day.